So today I will be talking about menopausal symptoms and how miserable it has made our mothers in the past. And also, if you are within the age of 35 to 50s and above, this video is for you. And I will tell you how to get rid of these menopausal symptoms that have made you miserable so that you can live happily ever like a sweet 16. But first of all, let me start by telling you a little story. I didn't just come up and say let me start talking about menopause. Something prompted my talking about menopausal symptoms. When I was in medical school, that was my final year, I had a friend called John. So now John, his mom has been battling with these symptoms. So they've been carrying his mom to different hospitals, different churches, up to no avail. In fact, one of the traditional herbalists that they took his mom to actually gave some concoction that damaged the mom's kidney. It caused what we call acute kidney infection. The mom stopped urinating. The pains in the flank region, they were very high. So at a point, they took her to hospital. Hospital took care of that illness. But the symptom that she has been complaining about persisted. Now, what happened? Someone, a doctor, a very young doctor for that matter. Now, what did he do? He suggested to my friend that this might actually be a symptom of menopause. So, he equally recommended a medication for my friend. Now, my friend heed to his advice. He went for that recommendation, and before you knew it, the mom regained herself. The symptoms went away, just like it was like a miracle. You understand? I'm sure if it were in the church, they will give thanksgiving, they will buy gift for pastor, some will even buy car for pastor. I don't know if they actually appreciated the doctor. Well, that's not my business. But my business for the day is that I educate you about menopause so that you will know menopause and the menopausal symptoms, so that you will know actually who is experiencing these menopausal symptoms and also how you can bring a remedy to it so that our mothers will live happily ever and they won't be subjected to this miserable pains and depressions coming from this menopausal symptom. Now, what is menopause? Menopause is a natural decline in the reproductive hormones. I repeat again, is a natural decline in the reproductive hormones. Now, there will be a certain stage in a woman's life where the hormones that are responsible for reproduction begin to decline, and it reaches a peak whereby, because it has declined to a certain level, it comes up with so many symptoms that makes our women uncomfortable. Now, some people will be asking, if it is a natural decline in hormone, reproductive hormone, what age does this occur? Now, it occurs between the age of 45 to 55, and in some people it can occur as early as age of 40 years old, and again as late as 60. Now, there is another one that people mistake with menopausal symptoms. Now, that is what we call perimenopause. What is perimenopause? Perimenopause, in layman's term, just common sense we tell you, is just around the menopausal stage. So that's when a woman begins to experience symptoms that are more likely to resemble that of menopausal symptoms. Some people experience it as early as at the age of 30s. You understand? Where a woman begins to have irregular menstruation, or a heavy menstruation, or lighter menstruation. You begin to have hot flushes, and at a time it wears off and comes back again until there is a complete decline, complete absence of menstruation, especially when it's up to 12 months after the last menstruation, and that's when we actually know that this lady has entered menopause. So since the beginning of this video, I've been talking about menopausal symptoms, I've been repeating it, and most of you will be like, this doctor, what you've been mentioning menopausal symptoms since the beginning of this video. What are these symptoms and how does it affect me? And how do I know that I'm actually suffering from these symptoms? Now, I'm going to list some of these symptoms. But I will start with the commonest symptom, which is hot flushes. What you people in your own language call hot flashes. So, what is hot flushes? It's important for you to know. It's very important because most of us mistake these hot flushes with fever. Hot flushes, it causes a temporal warmness of the body or increase in temperature, body's temperature. And this has led to a lot of visitations to the hospital, negative impact, and treating what is not actually the cause of it, because most people mistake this as fever. You understand? They will treat the person for infection, treat for malaria several times, and the patient keeps on complaining to you that she has been treating malaria for a while now. She has been treating infection for a while now, but there is no relief in symptoms. The symptoms still persist because when you do not treat it, when you do not do anything about this hot flushes, it keeps on getting worse and worse by the day. Now, another symptom is depression. I need to pause for a while because most of you might think that depression is common in the younger ones, and some people will be surprised. What is he talking about? Depression in a woman at menopausal age? Is it possible? No, I don't think this guy knows. Yes, it causes depression in our mothers. How does it do that? When they've treated this symptom for a while, because of course they are not treating it the right way. They think they are just having fever. What do they say that it causes fever? Common things that causes fever in our environment: malaria, parasites, and all that, and infection. And they've treated it for a while and it's not going. Most of them might even think that people are against them, people are after them. Some of them will go to the end of saying that village people are after their lives. You understand? And they will feel like they've been praying, they've been going to church regularly. So why is it that village people have finally got them? So all these things, it causes poor sleep, they don't sleep well at night, excessive sweating. All these things makes them uncomfortable. And when it happens for a long time, they become depressed. You always see them, they keep low mood. They don't even want to associate with anybody. They want to be on their own. You understand? They don't make a meaningful conversation. They are always in a low mood. Now, another symptom that can be very frustrating to our mothers is the issue of bone pains and waist pains. Now, the pain becomes very severe, especially when unattended to. Becomes very severe. Why is this pain so? Remember, at the beginning of this video, I told you that menopause is a natural decline in reproductive hormone. And one of these reproductive hormone is called estrogen. Now, this estrogen helps in keeping the intensity of the bones in the body, especially in a woman's body. So when there is decline, you see that there will be weakness. The intensity is no longer there. It depreciates. So there will be weakness of these bones. In other words, in some cases, what we call osteoporosis. You understand? So there will be weakness. So any little thing, the woman will feel pains all over, especially waist pains. All these things actually attribute to depression that I talked earlier. So it's important for you to know how severe these menopausal symptoms can be, and for you to begin to seek for solution. The earlier, the better. But even though you didn't start treating it earlier, you're already experiencing the symptoms, there is a remedy. You can actually get over it and live your life happily after, like a sweet 16. So another crucial symptom is belly fat. So most times you see most of our ladies, our women at the age of menopause, they will be complaining that their clothes no longer fit them. They will be like, "Oh, I bought this clothes last week. Why is it not fitting in? Why is there disparity?" Now, I'm here to tell you that menopause comes with deposition of belly fat. So you most times you see your belly keeps on increasing and you'll be asking questions, what's going on? My clothes no longer fit me. So these are one of the things that menopausal symptoms can present with. So another symptom is low libido. You find yourself not being enticed with anything sexual intercourse. You are not always in the mood and you are worried. You are worried that your husband might start to go out and start carrying all these small girls, the Gen Z bodies, the Lagos bodies. You'll be concerned, you'll be depressed. Every time you are thinking, why am I not in the mood? Why am I no longer in the mood? You will be afraid that your husband might be cheating outside. And of course, you know that those ladies out there, they are willing, they are always ready to welcome your husband in warm arms. You understand? So that's why you need to treat these menopausal symptoms as soon as possible, as soon as you can. Now, the last but not the least is forgetfulness. Most times you see yourself forgetting things a lot and you'll be wondering, is it that what's going on? And you know, village people, they've really suffered because we really put a lot of things in their heads. So the reason why I decided to create this awareness is because of what happened to my friend's mom, John. That was what actually motivated me to come and educate people about these menopausal symptoms and how severe it has become. And that's why when you get to most hospitals, even most pharmacy stores, you hardly see any supplement for menopause and the symptoms of menopause. It is rare, it's not something that is common. And that's one of the things that prompted me to do this video so that our women will be aware of what they are facing, of what they are experiencing, and how they could get rid of it so that they could live happily ever. Now, John's mother was able to regain herself with the help of a drug that another doctor, a very young doctor, recommended. And that drug is Menofix. And I've been telling people that's how I got to know about Menofix. And I've actually browsed. I've actually not only browsed, I actually did my own research about these particular drugs. So I actually took my time to investigate this particular medication. And the truth is that I'm pleased with this medication. When you go to the pharmacy, you can't find it. When you go to most hospitals, you can't find it. I don't know why, but that's one of the things that prompted me to make this video, to actually educate our mothers and also to tell them how they can get rid of it. So this particular medication, you can click to the link on my bio, or you can browse them online and place your orders. It actually helps a lot. I can say it boldly because I've seen it perform wonders.